Yeah. You get to pick and open, bro. You know what I mean? So wherever it is wherever we go. So actually, if you can do the BTS on a little bit here and there, ladies and gentlemen, let this ride a little bit. Let this ride a little bit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm on my R&B shit today. Had to wear this hat. My other shirt is wrinkled, so I couldn't bring the other shirt out. Make sure you take some for me until my team comes through. That line. Oh, that's because you recording, bro. I just need photos, man. Don't worry. You pulling up.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
He's excited.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, the questions is so many questions.
Let's go with the Zoom, man.
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you crack it, brother. That's you.
Please help me forget you left in there. It brings on my mind. You went away.
Yo, Rude, question I got is this, like the amount of calls that he got. The amount of calls that he got because of this intro.
Yeah. Man, if y'all gotta find out what that means.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta find out what that means. That piece right there.
If it could be on air, record off site or whatever. Sheesh.
So crazy. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I already know why.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as I finish this little post right here in the IG saying, what are we doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm chilling here. I'm in my space. Not my space, but my studio. Place where I like to just enjoy. Shout outs to my wife for allowing me to do what it is that I love to do, which is this. I'm going to just post this real quick, and then we're going to start.
Yes, sir.
And y'all going to see this little, shout outs to my DJ right here playing the background music, man. For y'all that don't know, I'm going to introduce you to this record. Not the record, but the project. The whole body. And during that time, yes, I'm going to be holding my iPad because you know what? I got to multitask. Woo! But ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Clifford Bonet from the Cliff Notes Project. This is a different type of episode tonight. Real different. Real different. Why, you ask? Simply because the vibe is different. I feel real R&B right now, so I had to wear this. Couldn't wear the other shirt. Wrinkled. I was running late. Family shit. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't introduce people here. I'm gonna let this gentleman introduce himself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're a young kid, maybe you shouldn't be watching this episode tonight because we've been gonna talk about some stuff tonight. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, my G.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Amandi Music.
Sheesh. We'll let that ride for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeesh. A lot of energy on this one.
Yeah.
Man. Is this where we going? This where we going today?
That's we got to.
All right.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
I'm gonna keep it light just because I have another interview because I work, man. Y'all out here playing games. It's not a game.
You mishandled it.
Cheers on your project, sir.
My man, I appreciate you, bro.
DJ, we good.
Yeah.
Bro, thank you for coming. I appreciate you as always, man.
Thank you for having me on here, man. It's been a long
no worries,
time.
no worries. It has been a long time,
Yeah.
man. Shoot. I can go back as far as, let me see. I started with Lorenzo 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
That's a long time,
We
ladies and
got
gentlemen.
we got about 15.
Yeah, easy, easy.
15 good ones, too.
I ain't just hit the man up because he's popping right now. I didn't do that.
Nah.
I can't do that.
Nope.
I didn't hit the man up just because, I want to get the podcast popping. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, I continue to tell y'all, all I'm trying to do is just bring my notes to y'all so y'all can appreciate the things that I've been blessed to appreciate, like this man right here.
My man.
My guy right here, one time I needed a record. Shout out to Rebecca.
Yeah.
We needed a record. And she was really young at the time. And I was saying to myself, all right, you know what? We need to bring somebody with the pen game that's crazy. Y'all know I've worked with a couple people. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. Later on these notes, you'll understand. I work with individuals like D Sharp, work with my nigga Jamal, Cyrus Shields, shout outs to him, Lou Balls. I don't want to keep name dropping. Why do that? Because that's not what I do. I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? But I know I should do like Kanye. Kanye with the counter. Where's the counter? My production ain't there yet. My team is a little late, but don't worry about that. But I was like, nah, the person I need for this particular project, for Rebecca's project, was this man right here, man. Yeah, and the record we created, the record he created.
We created.
Man, I ain't creating nothing. I just put people together and I sit back and I watch, brother.
That's important. Very important.
It plays a role. We'll talk about that later on, about the team.
Yeah.
I'm still in the process of shooting a movie, short film, Let Me Fall, pertaining to substance abuse and stuff like that. But the team is real, bro. Without team, shit, I'm seeing your production. Your production is, you shooting movies over there.
Man, shout out to the team, man. Polymore, everybody.
Polymore's always in the building.
Polymore's always doing something, man. They've been my brothers, like, but bigger than, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Polymore, is that we're really like just a bunch of friends, right? Joey's known me since I was 15 years old. You know what I mean? So he's always been around, but I can't remember life without him being in a part of it. From him cutting my hair from when I was a kid to us really venturing into music and him having kind of some experience in it, and me just being the church boy. It was like, I have these particular like skills, but I don't really know how to, work them at the time. And he's the person that got me into being a songwriter. Yeah. So, shout out to him. But we definitely, like, coming out of COVID and everything, and after I made the decision to really become an artist and put myself out there, like, we definitely was blessed with the right energies in the universe to put it all together so we could really push the album, like, and get the presentation that it's getting right now. So
presentation's fire. And I want to piggyback off these words that you said. You said that you kind of just were you were able to come off a certain way. And I feel listening to the album, anyone who's listening to the album, it's a very vulnerable album. It's an album where you kind of looking yourself in the mirror. For me, it was anyway. You feel me? A lot of people don't want to acknowledge, like, for example, infidelity. All right. That shit happens every day. Yeah. It's human. Yeah. I'm not saying it's right. Right. But it is human. And I think as soon as people can acknowledge that they are not infallible, that better quality music, a better person can come out of it. Would you say that this particular album served as somewhat of therapy?
It's 100% therapy. It's 30 minutes of therapy. This is my gift back. Being someone that has been in therapy since I was 14 years old, this is my gift back to therapy for people that don't accept therapy and won't go sit with somebody. I want you to listen to this album from from beginning to end for 30 minutes and allow it to speak to you in whatever way that you want to process it, whatever way you want to digest that, and just start the conversation and start to spark those emotions and be like, I really need to address these things because, you was talking about, looking in the mirror when you hear these songs. The record Leave, the first single off the album, the very first line of the song, it was the first song that I wrote. when I decided I was going to come back as an artist, I was listening to the tracks on YouTube. I had my phone in my hand. I was in the bathroom. I was playing it. I found this. It was just some lonely track on YouTube. And I played the track and I looked in the mirror and I was like, dog, I don't want to fall in love again. And it's your fault. Dead looking in the mirror.
That's some deep shit.
Dead looking in the mirror. And I was like, yo, I can't do this again, man. Because like, even if it's right, I'm going to mess it up. Yeah. Because there's things in me that's not right. And I haven't dealt with it yet. You know what I mean? And as long as the system is gonna rinse and repeat, it's gonna be over and over again the same things because I'm the common denominator in why all these relationships don't work. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
I will say this, man, because at one point in time, I was that man as well, where I was like, man, I'm kind of just running through women. You know what I'm saying? Like, as cool as I felt that it was at the point in time, I've always made it a point because I had that understanding, like, you know what, I am the problem, but I want to make sure that before I dissolve the relationship that I try to keep it as PC as possible, simply because I don't want them to feel a certain way and kind of mess their minds up, their mentals, you know what I'm saying? And this was before, like, me getting hurt by, say, another. You feel me? So I think I was somewhat mature at that point, but I was still just trying to live life. You know what we was doing.
But you know what? You know what's crazy? And I think about it, and I'll tell any woman that I meet, anybody that I'm dating, I never cheated for options.
You a better man than me?
But I'm saying, if you think about and understand why you step out, or why it is that you want more, or why it is you want extra, or what's the fantasy? I know it's the spice of life, right? Yeah. You know, but when it comes to intimacy and when it comes to emotions, it's like we don't really desire that attachment to multiple people. Right. We just want that emotion in abundance.
So I have a question for you. So are you saying that, and this was for me. Okay. I found, and obviously, let me clarify that before, the internet's stupid, and my wife understands it. I'm married, so there's no thoughts in my mind. I done, what's the sold your royal oats? Yeah, that's done. Yeah. I found myself appreciating, say, conversation with person A, stylistic ways with person B, intellectual views with person C, and that's all it was. And at that point in time, the sex came with it. So that, for me, not speaking on for you, but that's what it was for me. What would you say it was for you?
Okay, so I really feel like sex is the quickest form of expression to close the gap between two people. So if you say I love you and I say I love you, right? What's the easiest way for us to interpret that? Is to have sex.
To have sex.
Right? Word. So a lot of times that's where a lot of relationships get confused because now everything's misinterpreted. Word. For me, it came from just a void in me. Whenever I felt like I was no longer the apple of that person's eye, right? Because I realized at the end of the day, it was my own insecurities and like feeling like I was just never validated in my manhood. Okay. I was just never the typical alpha male type dude. Like, I'm just not. I'm super emotional. I'm very expressive. I'm not afraid of therapy. I don't mind being transparent.
That's called an adult, by the way.
You feel me? So, right, I understand that now. I embrace that. That's my power now. But growing up being the total opposite and not being, you know what I'm saying, nothing outside that community, but not being a part of that, it makes you be like, well, what kind of guy are you? No, I'm super comfortable in how I am. And I really believe that the system is broken in just how you should express yourself. And that's why relationships don't work. If I could truly be honest with you and expose myself and tell you, like, this is how I am. This is how I move. This is, I don't like this. I know a lot of guys are okay with this, but that's not my thing. That's really not my... If we could have that honest conversation, then you don't have to worry about me stepping out, because when I start to reveal that to you, it starts to change your perspective on me. And now I'm like, well, let me find somebody else that thinks I'm still king of whoever. 100%. To kind of fill that void, because now I'm really not that comfortable with that either. So, you know what I mean? It becomes like super uncomfortable. And I think that's why I would always look for the next person that I didn't feel like I was getting that judgment from. the sex then came with it, because then once you're king, it comes, it's natural. Like, yo, I'm comfortable here. Like you see me for who I want to really be. And the person that I'm with sees me for everything that I'm not, maybe
Correct.
in their eyes, for whatever the case
Now,
may be.
also too, what that to me, it kind of lends itself to say that person is somewhat insecure with themselves as well. But the
1000%.
conversation with male and female to actually sit down and say, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling how we doing this. Hey, I'm not feeling how we interact or whatever.
Yeah.
I think for me, just for me to make it about me real quick, I'm going to give it a quick 60 seconds real quick, right? Shout outs to my homie Eddie Fish. I remember, I can't remember when it was, but one day he was, the coolness was off on him. You know what I'm saying? So we just have a moment of clarity. And he goes, and this is my Eddie Fish, yo, Cliff, what's up with your girl? And I'm like, which one, Fish? You know what I'm saying? He's like, what's up with Jen, dog? And that's my wife. I'm like, nah, we cool, we kicking it. Now, me and Jen, we were just literally kicking it. We're cooling. You feel me? I wasn't really trying to let people know our business. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my brother coming through with the beverage, man. Nah, we cool. This is how we do. This is how I do. I appreciate you, dog.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, shout outs to DJ Taz, though.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? If y'all need something, as y'all see me speaking into this. Now, he was saying that to me, and I was like, what you talking about, man? That's when the tough guy came in. I was like, what you talking about, dog? He's like, nah, like, she cool as shit, man. Like, what's up with that, you know? And I was like, nah, she cool. But that fucked me up. And I'm like, who's this nigga?
What am I missing?
Yeah, like, who's this nigga? But I always knew. But me being, my former name was B.I., a.k.a. Mr. Handle Your B.I., and I was like, man, but that really got me thinking. And then I was like, all right. And then when me and her started getting heavy, and I was like, wow, she's kind of filling all these boxes. And at the same time, more importantly, she was okay with understanding that I'm vulnerable. I'm a Scorpio, my nigga. I cry, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't cry. I cry. You know what I'm saying? I get upset. I used to have a podcast, Grown Man Shit podcast. These niggas will tell you. I used to be the only guy talking about vulnerable shit. They're like, man, come on, dog. I was like, I'm not cool and tough like y'all. I gotta just be honest. I'm a very emotional dude. And I think hearing you say that is real, saying like you were able to say like, hey, I have some insecurities about myself. I have to deal with some. So let's go back. When I knew Amandi, right? We got Superman Amandi. You were still Superman, but the shape was a little different. Let's talk about, do you think that played a role prior to obviously what led to the change?
No, I think it all happened in divine timing.
Really?
Like it was, because, at the point in time in my life, 2016, music was so far out of the picture.
Where?
Like I vowed to never touch it.
Really?
Like, and it was because like
even writing?
I was writing to live.
Right.
I was writing because it was.
Can you clarify to live? Because I need people to understand. Say what you say.
I was a songwriter for a career. I didn't work for 10 years. I didn't work for anybody. I didn't have a job.
He was making money writing for people. I want people to understand that.
Yeah.
Go. My fault, bro.
Yeah,
niggas need to understand that. I'm going to do it for you.
So I was writing still. Super selective too.
Good.
I was only working. That was crazy. I was only working like with cats overseas. Yeah. I didn't want to really work unless it was you, unless you called me. Or, like it got to be the home. It got to be family. Or I didn't. And I really that was my way from detaching from the personal. I didn't want it to be my vice anymore. And I felt like I was telling on myself. It's the easiest way for me to express myself, and people close to me, they know too much of my business, and they you know what I mean? I don't want them to think that everything is that, but they know that's the way I'm gonna get it out. And I ran from it for a long time because I felt like it was a crutch. It was like my handicap when it's really my superpower. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ye, but that is I have to do it every day. I have to create. I have to express myself honestly in the most transparent way daily, so that it's a reminder to keep me grounded that we got a forward movement to go forward. So that's where I'm at, man, and. Yeah, definitely.
So even with that, right? So I still want to keep you back in the back. So there was a transformation taking place where I saw you, saying, "Hey, I'm changing weight. I'm getting rid of the weight. I'm doing this."
That wasn't even an option.
Talk to me.
So I was laying in bed, with wifey at the time, the subject of the album, and I was like, "Yo, man, I got like pins and needles in my legs, man. Like just every time I lay down in bed, it's just like my legs ain't right." She's like, "Oh, you tired? Like you working crazy hours? Like maybe it's that." And I'm like, "Let me go get checked out."
Yeah.
So pick my son up from school one day, run over to the doctor's office, get up there, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, your vitals and everything's all over the place, bro.
Okay.
Like not borderline, diabetic. We like almost like you're not getting no circulation from the knees down.
Wow.
We may have to chop these off, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have nothing." What?
Yeah.
My son looked at me like, my son, he's a super student athlete.
I seen him the other day balling.
Yeah, he's hooping, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
But he was like, Pops, he was like, super young at the time. He might have been 13. He was like, "Who's going to train me? You ain't got no legs. You can't walk." Wow. Okay. What you got to do? And my life switched from that, where that like me getting healthy. And I mean, me just starting to lose weight and deciding to make my health the priority. It uncovers so many other health issues that I had going on that I had no clue, man.
Right.
And like me losing weight, I lost 200 pounds, probably almost in total. But me losing that weight saved my life from all the other, like I got bone issues and stuff like that that I didn't know, like hereditary and genetic things that like, I'm like, man, I just saved my life changing just my approach, man. And not that it does make it easier, but like I'm still got a battle ahead. But yo, man, like we really got to pay attention to
100%.
your health and your
Especially
physical
being
health,
black.
your mental. Black men, come on, man.
100%.
Like we are definitely.
But you know what you also did too? You also did it for the children, because a lot of people are not familiar. It is hereditary.
Oh yeah.
And you're giving them a roadmap saying, hey, this might be you're predisposed to this.
I have to, and it's like, like I said, health is important. It's the core and part of the foundation of who I am. You know what I mean? Daily, just like the music is. But like my dad, you know what I'm saying? He has Alzheimer's, dementia. And he's big in his community. Like when you mention Mel Brown and anybody in this community, they're like, man, hoop star, played, you know what I'm saying? Played ball overseas, Olympic, everything, man. He's done everything. But I'm like, yo, I gotta pay attention to the fact that like these things are passed down. Yeah. And you gotta foresee, okay, if I know that's his issue, I gotta know that. Let me stay away from the things that affect that or bring that or
100%.
You know what I'm saying, speed up that process.
100%.
We have to get that knowledge, you know what I mean? So that knowledge and knowing that your body, you only get one of these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One quarter to this game called life. A lot of y'all young people ain't gonna understand that saying, because y'all got the ABBA. You can come back to life, or you can keep playing or whatever, refresh and all that. But there was a point in time where you went to the arcades, you put one quarter in, you lost, shit, game over. That's life, man. And it's crazy you say that, because we have something in common. So my mother-in-law had dementia, my grandmother had Alzheimer's. So these are the things that are in line. We're predetermined, for us, predisposed for that. And obviously we'll talk after, because I have a nonprofit organization called Fight specifically for that. Maybe you can be an ambassador for the Alzheimer's thing.
Absolutely.
So, all right, so we doing that. Let's fast forward a little bit. We fast forward a little bit. We got something dramatic happened to you. Let the people know that really just kind of, and it's kind of weird in a way, that you put it as your cover of the album with the motorcycle. You want to go there?
Love isn't even safe.
You want to go there?
Let's go there.
Bring us. I'm gonna take us. I'm gonna switch hats, because I thought this dude. Hold on. I thought this dude was going R&B. I got the lights here. Y'all ain't see what's going on back there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah,
but he ain't come R&B. He got a haircut. He was like, yo, I'm ready for you. I gotta get a cut with Joe. I'm like, what's going on? I opened the door. He got the Jordans. He came in. So we're going to do this. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to put it on here so y'all ain't see my crazy hair. I'm going to swap it out. Shout outs to my brother Tazzo. Yeah. I'm going to Canada right now. I'm going to bed because I'm still shooting my movie. Yeah. I got a small part that I put in for myself. All right, so let's man, wait till y'all see that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to appreciate that. Yeah. But so we got the motorcycle thing. Yeah. What happened?
What happened with the motorcycle?
Yeah. Why that? Why the motorcycle, bro? Why is that part of your cover?
That's me.
With your back turned. To me, there's a lot of message There's a lot of undertones in cover. Maybe it's just a creative, crazy ADHD Cliff over here thinking it's more.
Go ahead.
I didn't take the picture.
No, it's the beauty of it is like, what's your interpretation? And the fact that you know the history, you know me, and you know that, like,
I'm here to interview you. You gotta tell the people.
Yo, everything I do, man, and
there's a purpose.
It's a purpose. It is, man. And shout out to G Ortiz. You know what I'm saying?
He shot that.
He shot that.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He shot that, and just him catching, this is my trip, man. This is my journey. Love isn't even safe in French. I put it in another language because I'm always misinterpreted. I want you to look it up and figure out what it means, because it shows me that you care enough to figure out what I want to say. Yeah. The reflection of myself in the rear view mirror lets you know that I'm going on a trip, but it's not that far. It's not for anybody but me.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo,
there's a lot of thought in that one shot. Yeah. But people probably, I see this nigga on a bicycle with a leather jacket, and this nigga just painted on his jacket on the leathers.
Yo, it's crazy. We talk like the album itself is a double and triple entendre. It was written to be listened to from beginning to end. Yeah. From song 1 to 10 to song 1. Then song 2 becomes song 1. Song 3 becomes song 2.
Time out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now I gotta go back.
So when you listen to the album in its entirety, right, you listen to it from perspective to retrospective, right? But after you get to retrospective, you go back to the original perspective, which is now retrospective. Right? So now when you listen to live, it becomes the intro of what comes. And then you realize that I'm not really telling a story about somebody else. I'm telling a story about me. So now when you listen to it through...
Hold on, I gotta stop you. I had ADD, but I gotta stop you. You asking this generation to understand... Like, I appreciate shit like that, fam. Yeah. This is the type of stuff for me. We gotta have like a... And I apologize that I missed that session. Was it Hard Rock, right?
Yeah, but
I hope this was explained during
we talk about it, and again, this is the beauty of, like, I feel like when you take the time to make something that's timeless and it actually means something to you, it doesn't matter how fast or how slow it comes. Like, whenever you get it, if you get this message and you catch it, it's a brand new album.
No, I said that shit.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't care.
Word.
When you get this, you'll be able to appreciate it. It's not trendy or anything. It's just meant to make an impact somewhere.
It's what music used to be.
Exactly. Yeah. So, even to, like I said, it's not even to even think that my mind could think that way, to write it in different perspectives, to know that I know that my story isn't always what they say. There's three sides to a story. Yours, mine, and the truth. Yep. Right? So I know this is just my perspective on what went wrong. But I also know I have a super sense of accountability in knowing that I'm the boy who cried wolf and who keeps saying the same story, but every abuser is a victim. Right. And every victim is an abuser.
Nigga, I heard that shit and the giggle at the end of the interlude, nigga. You're like, yeah, right. I'm like, man, this dude.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's my life in real time. I literally got a call. I got a phone call, and you would think, right, if you were in a relationship with somebody and y'all ended on bad terms, I'm talking about y'all supposed to be like golden. Okay. And they wrote a damn album. Right? You would think I'd hear from that person. Know what I mean?
They did it?
Nah. So, right? Like,
what?
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. You would think you would get a reaction, like a super reaction.
Word.
But maybe you can't. Like, I try to put myself in the other person's shoes, and it's like, damn, if somebody really wrote an ill-ass album like this about me, I don't know if I really want to call the person. Like,
my nigga.
I feel like... But I know it really is the elephant in the room. And shout out to that phrase, because the album that I wrote when I left my last relationship for her, I wrote an album called Elephant in the Room. And it was an EP about the fact that I left the person. I shouldn't have left the person I was with to be with her. But
You got a bodyguard out here?
Yo, bro, it's crazy.
You got a bodyguard out
Like,
here?
it's real. But the elephant in the room is that there's a big ass conversation that it will eventually. It may never be had.
It gotta be had though.
It's definitely. But is the conversation? The conversation is being had. It may not ever happen between me and her, but the conversation is happening for everybody else that's involved in dealing with the same thing.
That's a good point.
And I think that's maybe the purpose that it serves, because we don't really have to address what happened with me and you.
Right.
Like, clearly she's moved on. She's engaged to somebody else.
Good luck.
That's what I see.
But see, to me, congratulations. No disrespect to whomever that may be. Nah. I got DJ Rude over here laughing. I hear what you're laughing about, but he's young.
Know.
He don't understand.
But I'm not, listen. Yo, I'm telling you, I don't know. I can't make an R. Kelly reference.
Yo, but you know what I'm saying?
I was about to make an R. Kelly reference. Never mind.
Don't do that. But listen, but what I'm saying is at the end of the day, right? Yeah, I hope that there's resolution for her. If not, as my father says, that person is bringing their laundry bag to the new relationship. You feel me? Like, I tell everybody, if you're not able to comfortably have a conversation that's uncomfortable with your significant other, there might be some problems. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still learning. Like, I don't want everyone like, oh, this nigga think he know everything. Far from it. All I'm saying is that, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to kick my feet up. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're not comfortable with yourself, how are you going to be comfortable with someone else?
It's going to be...
That's a bar.
Yo, it's wild. Yo, and you know you got him, bro, because you got the influence. Like I said, you've been on your Khaled for a while. You know what I mean? You've been on your Khaled for a while. I'm going to give you flowers. I'm going to give you your flowers,
They don't know. I just came up with this shit. Chill. I try to... You know what it is, man? I just try to put good people... with good people. Yeah. I try to put the adults in the room together so we all can play in the sandbox, man. Yeah. All right, let's move forward. Okay. Because this might be a little too deep for some people. It ain't deep enough for me.
That's the only way we go.
Yeah, but this is a weird... We're in a weird space right now, aren't we?
Bro. No, I mean, listen, we just came from... Like I said, it's dope. The pandemic happened and the meter stopped. Mm-hmm. Right? And this is the beauty in everything, right? It's just like anything. Everything stopped. And now it's picking it. It's just like a meter in sound. Everything's picking back up. You find your rhythm of the people that you fucking with. Yeah. And who you not. You can do some shit. Who's really bullshitting. Word. Who's really not. Yeah. If you really gonna play victim and get in your own way, you still gonna come out here and do these janky ass shows and do these punk, like, dog, there's no reason for it. Zero. We saw what life was with nothing.
Right. So why you want to just give a little?
We saw life with, you don't need shit. Word. Everything that you have and that you flaunt is for whatever insecurities you feel in you.
That's a big fact.
We don't need none of it, bro.
That's a big fact.
We was tripping over toilet paper and water for a year and a half, bro. Yo. And you was no haircut. You couldn't go to the shop. You had to bag who you could bag online. Yeah. You found out who really loves you, who really don't fuck with you. She told you she don't like you like that. Yeah. As soon as they take this band off and let me outside, I'm finding me a new nigga. Yeah. She already said all of that.
Y'all see why I brought my nigga here?
Know what I'm saying?
It's not just the music. It's more than, all right, man. All right.
I'm saying. It's like,
okay, all right. You know, we man. Wait till the summer. That's all I gotta say. I gotta say,
22 is bad.
Yeah, it's a problem.
22 is a problem.
So so our homies is homies. We all cool. Yeah. Shout outs to Brandon, man. I was talking. We got a 10 o'clock conversation tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna shoot him a little video of this so he can see what it is, man. Yeah. So he's switching. He's tired of this industry, bro.
Listen.
You see what he's saying?
Yo, bro.
He wants to bail. I'm like, nah, you can't bail yet, brother.
Bailing and going to another industry that's super booming. Super booming. Shout out, and I'm over there, too.
Me
I'm
too.
in that side.
I'm there, too.
Can I plug somebody?
Yeah, you could plug.
Shout out to Mellow Haverhill. Mello and Haverhill just opened up last week. Mika, Nelly Pro 2's wife, gentleman.
Nelly Pro 2. Wow, that's a throwback name.
Bro, what moving? Listen, the movers and shakers is moving still.
Yeah.
Everybody that does this for real.
Yeah. We don't need no PPP.
Yo, stay on the back and just be making real moves.
Yeah.
People, hey, listen.
Yeah, it's cool.
We're giving y'all a chance of everything's all the good crops. You know what I mean? Are showing fruit right now, right?
100%.
We took the pandemic, we took that hibernation season, and we really thought about.
We studied.
How can I really leave my mark on this world? Because you know what? Tomorrow is not promised.
Never.
And we literally lived it every day for a year and a half. You didn't know if you woke up the next day whether it was gonna be okay or whether it was gonna be over.
Big facts.
So why would you, if you got a second chance at living,
still playing games?
Playing games, man.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I have nothing for you.
That's why it's funny because, like, you know, I tend to vet my circle of friends like every shit. It should be every quarter. Now it looks like it's becoming every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm becoming friendless, but it's okay. But like, I'm okay with that. I tell everybody, like, I'm not trying to be popular. I'm just trying to work, and the work that I do is very different. This to me is therapy, and for me, I'm trying to just I'm creating a network of different type of things, right? So I got a text the other day. I'm not gonna say who because it's irrelevant. There's no need for that. That's how Canadian people, we don't do that. So they were like, yo, I don't understand why you got this dude here. Cause I do, what's the matter? You want me to be louder?
That was Echo.
It might be you gotta turn me down a little bit.
I thought maybe something tapped in what you was about to say.
That might happen too. So I'm mic number one. I got DJ Rude because my young people, I got these young people, man. Hold on. Coming through. You wait till you meet them. Yeah. Actually, you do know them. They shoot G.I.'s joint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jenny.
Yeah.
That's my, yo.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline. Yeah, real cool. So this person shoots me and they're like, yo, I see that you're doing, the sports thing, with the podcast, but why this person? And I'm like, why not? Mm-hmm. And then race played a card. I'm like, niggas is still on the race card? I see how you look away. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I'm trying to just get money so that I can go on vacation with the ones that I care about, a.k.a. my family, just keep it moving.
Yo, why are we still dealing with the same stuff, man?
I'm not. It's almost... that person's no longer on that circle I was telling you about. You feel me?
It's literally like, man, life and time is so precious.
Yeah, it is.
If that's what you're paying attention to,
it's sad.
If that's what you're on, I really can't.
I ain't dealing with that person.
Listen, man.
But here comes the problem now with that. So now it's gonna be like, oh, Cliff thinks he's a shit. No, I don't. I'm still rocking the fucking COVID beard, even though it's for a movie. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I think I kind of enjoyed COVID for a little bit, low key. Dude. And respectfully to the people that have lost people, simply because, like you said, we know who is who. Mm-hmm. I remember when it first came out, my mama and my brother's here, he'll tell you, my mama was mad. I was like, no one's coming over. She's like, what you mean? I was like, I don't know what's going on with this COVID thing, but we don't know. So what I know is the people in this home that's in my home right now, that's all that's allowed. Everybody moves differently.
Yo.
I don't know how you was moving, but
listen,
shit.
Bro. Let me tell you, COVID, and I've in every interview post COVID, I don't think I've ever had a conversation about COVID.
Well, welcome my home.
So this is real for real.
Yeah.
COVID hit my house and I'm talking about this in the beginning of COVID.
Oof, where they didn't know.
This was May. When it hit in March, this was in May. First week of May. And I got COVID when we had no information about what COVID was, that people was dying from it.
Oh my God.
So imagine the panic and melee. My family, my sister had just had a baby. She was a couple months old, had a COVID baby in the house. Her, my brother-in-law, my parents are in their 70s. They're super, immunity compromised.
Word.
I'm talking about completely shut off from the world. Not a soul stepped inside my house for a year and a half.
Yeah.
My mom went in the hospital. She was in the hospital for months. She had pneumonia.
Oh my God.
Got COVID in the hospital. She had a stroke. Got pneumonia in the hospital and got COVID in the hospital.
Jesus Christ.
All at once. Was in there for months. Didn't know who we were when we would FaceTime her. I'm in the house. I got COVID you know what I'm saying? I'm in quarantine, isolation in my room, trying to figure out how to keep my family together. Yeah. Like, it's a real thing, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And my family survived it.
Word.
There's not a soul. Where's the main camera?
Right, I'm going to give you right there.
There is not a soul in this world that can shake or move me from my purpose and for what I need to do for my family. Every day that I wake up is an opportunity to fulfill that purpose and that destiny, and you cannot stop that. If you're not vibrating it, you got to find whoever vibrates with you on that path right there. That's where you need to reside, because when you close your eyes, there's no guarantee you're going to wake up the next day.
Brother,
I promise you.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, man.
I feel for whatever reason, people forgot like this shit's going on. Yo. We got COVID, and I forget, what was it, February? After March? So and I remember I was pissed because my son, he was 9 weeks old, got meningitis, so his immune system was compromised. You know what I'm saying? So ever since, this was years ago, he's 8 now, and I was like, nah, I gotta pay attention to him. You know what I'm saying? And when COVID came, that's why I said, like, my mother was mad because she didn't understand what was going on, and my father's a physician. You feel me? Yeah. But I still had to be like, nah, you know what? You'll forgive me later, but if something happens, there's no reversing that.
In the way that it's portrayed, the way that it was fed to us, it's super hard to comprehend, right? How do you understand something that we don't know? They still don't know.
They still don't know.
You can't point the blame, but again, it's like, it's cultural. It's kind of what we taught, right? As like, we're really just a spoiled third world country here in America, right? Anyway, right?
That's right.
That's what we are anyway.
Yes,
so it's
sir.
like, you really telling me something came in here and you don't have something that guarantees me that I could do whatever the hell I want, even after 3 days after being sick? You mean
I feel like we needed that though.
Yo, man.
I think we all needed this type of reset, simply because and I'm speaking just as far as Americans. So for people that don't know, obviously I'm Haitian Canadian. I love America. America has given my my family so much. My father and my mother are from Haiti.
My brother-in-law is Haitian Canadian too, man. Shout out to him too.
That's just why you got his society shirt.
That's it.
But listen, at the end of the day, when that went down on me and I got COVID, and then I'm at the crib, kids are eating cereal for days. I was like, not you sit, yo, Apple, fix that shit.
Yo, listen.
I apologize.
She be chiming in on
time. She does.
Yo.
Yeah, she do. Fuck that bitch. But listen, I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, you know what? I feel better today. Let's take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? These kids can't eat just cereal today. I go outside, I lift the bag up, tied up, feeling good. I look outside, I'm like, wow, it's nice out.
Outside.
I put it in the trash can.
Outside.
I close. I come back in, I'm like, I was like, oh shit, I'm tired. Yo. CJ's like, Dad. I'm like, son, it's cereal again tonight. Yo, this is all you're eating. Yo. Boy, like the recoup, I'm still ain't normal.
Yo. If you mean to tell me it definitely scientifically, molecularly changes something in your body after you get it.
Word.
I don't care if they didn't figure it out yet, but it's a consensus, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody that had COVID, even if you're asymptomatic.
Word.
Something is off. Something is different.
Yeah.
Yo, I never had allergies. Ever.
Never
Welcome. Allergic to food. Nothing ever. Yo, losing weight. I did smoothies every day. I juiced. I did everything. Bro, I can't touch a kiwi, a strawberry, a nut.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm talking about in hives, bro.
What?
Yo, I went and had a acai bowl.
What's that?
Like
Explain
it's just a fruit. It's
Okay.
like a fruit, but they freeze it down and then they like puree it and then they put like granola and all that over top. So it's just like a fruit bowl, smoothie bowl.
Okay.
Yo, bro, I took one scoop. Dog, I'm talking about my entire body, bro. I was in the hospital. I walk around with EpiPens now, bro.
Get out.
My body was never like that, bro. Ever since COVID, I'm like, I can't even.
Jason Tatum now, he got to do the asthma pump.
Yep.
So
and I know I feel like Jalen ain't back 1,000% either.
He ain't. Listen, we still trying to figure it out, man. But listen, post COVID, we understand what we got to do from a business perspective. We know what we got to do from our family's perspective, and we should theoretically have our shit in order. But it's like, I don't know if y'all remember this, right? Remember when 9/11 happened? Shit was fucked up. Then they were selling those yellow ribbons. Everyone had yellow ribbons on the magnets on the cars. Everyone was patriotic.
Yeah.
Them shits is nowhere to be found now. It's like niggas forgot. Yeah. COVID will be the same unless there's a new variant. Now I heard there's another variant coming out. You know?
But you know what? The system won't allow it to actually manifest, to shut down again. They see that a shutdown is something they can't recover from. So that's not an option to do it again.
That's a big fact.
Yo, we failed at the shutdown. Yeah. We gave them too much power. Yeah. We let them know that they can't live off the salaries we pay them.
Word.
We let them know that unemployment, we gave them too much of a reality that they're really at the bottom of this thing, right? And trying to convince them to go back out and get a job. Mm-hmm. To make less than what you was giving us this past year for doing nothing.
Right.
Something ain't right. And we can't correct it. So what are we going to do? Shut down again and give you your check back?
Give you a check back? Yeah.
It's such a tough spot to be in. That's why I said if you didn't find something to do. Yeah. I mean, self-worth stuff. I'm talking about building equity within you.
Word.
After they just gave you.
Shame on you.
Oh my God. I'm not even talking about all the scammers that stole extra.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about if you took your regular stimmy.
Word.
And you did a little something with
Shit
it.
Was popping. Yo, I missed that 6.
Yo, it's hard.
That 6? Yo, now I understand what Drake can say. 6, 6, 6, 6. Yo, for real. Yo, listen, we're going to do something real quick. I like to shoot videos sometimes when people inspire me. This right here is killing me. The header's killing me. Yo, keep talking, bro. I gotta fix this. This is my podcast. I do what I want. God damn it.
Do your thing, man.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, this right here, we need to tighten her up.
Bongi.
There it is. And then we go, boom.
I was looking crazy.
Nah, you sit back, bro. Cool. You get what you gotta do.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
All right, so we back. Nah, you listen. This is a Cliff Notes project. My brother's about to bounce. I appreciate you coming through. Yes, you get my credit card, my debit card back. You ain't gonna get very far. You know what I'm saying? The money ain't there yet. The way my bank account works. Ain't that Kevin Hart or some shit like that? But you should stick around, man. I think you'll like. I know you. My brother sleeps early. He don't play games when it's bedtime.
I need that. I'm gonna hate all your motherfuckers.
Listen, all right. So let's get back to the music.
Yeah.
So y'all did a little something cool. I feel Museum of Fine Arts.
Yo,
what was up with that? Shout outs to Elevation Theory. Excuse me.
Elevation
Shout outs to my boy Keaton. Yeah. Free. Wow.
Yeah.
They pulled up for you, man.
Those are my brothers.
I know.
I'm part of Elevation Theory. They're that's the home team. So definitely, it's crazy how things, like I said, manifested in that time. The idea initially was when I wrote the album, I was like, yo, this is really like a piece of art. Mm-hmm. This is the truest definition of me being an artist, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like I need it to really be artsy. Like whatever the cover is, it got to be super artsy. So when I was talking to Joey, I was like, yo, reach out to Rob, reach out to anybody like Pro Black. Like, see, like I need something to inspire me, like this cover.
Get you back.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. They're like, all right, well, let's see if we can shoot Rob's got the mural project going on at the MFA.
Yep.
I'm gonna reach out.
Rob's everywhere.
Listen,
God
he's
damn
everywhere, man. Like,
Rob, I'm hitting you up. Well,
Yo.
my attorney's hitting him up soon because we got a project coming up soon. So.
I'm like, dude, he had a display running on the TVs at the MFA, right? So, so we hit him up. Joey hits him up, and he reaches out to Makiba. Shout out to Makiba. She put it all together. She goes, "Yeah, you guys can, you can come shoot here. Why don't you shoot your album cover here? But if you want, you can do a performance here too if you want." And I was like, "What?
A performance?
Like, let's do like a partnership. Let's partner up." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I'm talking about. That's when I said like things kind of like divine timing, because I wrote the album for my own therapy. It wasn't to put the album out.
And it evolved.
It evolved into that. And that actual day that we ended up filming a short there. A short's coming out. It's called Lives on Display.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard.
So Lives on Display at the MFA is coming out, and it was filmed on Juneteenth at the private garden in the MFA. Its first performance ever for a public audience on the private garden.
Black man,
like
nice
Black
work.
History on the first federally recognized Juneteenth holiday this year, and I was the first person. And I'm like, they didn't even let Black people in this museum 100 years ago.
That's a fact.
And I just did a full-on production in their private garden where we wasn't allowed. And
now they know.
And all the press in the city and all the all my close. Wow. And to even understand that it's not about me. It was definitely not about me, but it's about purpose, and it's about, the fact that God felt like I was worthy enough to even. You're
the vessel, bro. You're the vessel in which a message needs to be delivered. And dope. I feel like this whole thing, it's nuts because again, so G needed a record. He was going out to LA to do something, and he sent me a record, Uneducated, and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, man, you know what? I got an idea. So I bring JT. We go scouting. We go to MFA. I was like, yo, y'all should do something here. But if we can't, I got an idea. Let's go to Copley Library. I can see the vision here. Go inside, shoot with this and that. Long story short, they shoot it. Then he comes to me. He's like, hey, yo, there's this event. And B hit me up. He's like, hey, this event that they doing, da-da-da-da. And then that's when they started showing me your project. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. So you got the whole team. Yo, this dude's been spoiled, bro.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
No, I've been blessed. With
I'm going to strip the blessed real quick and say spoiled, can see you live. Yo, you got a whole team for your shit, man.
Yo, man.
That's how it's supposed to be.
It was literally, I really feel like this album was a kumbaya moment for a lot of people in the arts in this community, right? And I'm all for it because it really embodies exactly who I am, right? I've been a songwriter for 15 years prior to me truly understanding that I'm the artist, right? Which is where I'm at right now. But me playing the background is who I am as a human being. I don't care about the spotlight. I don't care about being in front.
Right.
But if I could create something to be the genesis of something for everybody else to attach to and then go, yo, we can now, let's put this on a front for everybody. Like, this is a representation of all of us.
Right.
That's fire to me. And I don't care whether I'm the front of it, the face of it, or whatever. That's fire. Like, I literally, on set that day, I had Gold on main camera. I had Wes on the second camera. I had John Brewer taking photos. I had G. Ortiz taking photos. I had Jared Hancock on smoke in fog. I'm talking about that room and the press that I had in the room. I could do a Kanye. We could do a counter too. I'm talking about every major publication. My
guy, open the door. Now keep going, bro.
I'm talking about it was big, and it was beautiful because I'm like, yo, just to come out of COVID and to see a room look like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon. Like you said, we talked about him earlier. Brandon put together a beautiful event.
He's a monster, yo. Someone who's gonna give him his flowers, bro.
Listen,
I wish I was big enough. I am, but I feel like he needs the right team to just like.
He's doing it too, and he's doing. is the beauty of it. He's doing what he wants to do. He's in a position to do like
He's comfortable.
He doesn't fold to what everybody else but he was like, no, I have a standard, I have an image, I have a vision for what it is and the way I should present. And he's doing a damn good job. Like, this rollout was super.
Yeah.
Right? But of course, how my mind works. The next, oh my God, we got some really cool, effective, intentional things coming out that really, they highlight the fact that we're professionals in our areas of expertise in what we do, and that we're supposed to move in that way.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to just give people
We're not kids no more.
music and no.
We're not kids no more.
We're the grown-ups.
Yeah.
We're supposed to lay, no matter what.
Yeah.
We stay true to what we know is the foundation.
Yep.
Because the few young ones that catch it, they're going to be the sturdy foundation for the next group of lost people.
Listen.
The lost generation that comes behind.
That's an amazing segue. So I have a question for you, more so for the young people out there. Boston. Let me strip that. Massachusetts, New England, home team. DJ Foreign was here, and I had me and him made an agreement. We said, we're not going to call people local artists. We're going to call them home team. Because to me, I feel that's like a way of like belittling people. When somebody's like, oh, I like the little movie that you did the other day. Or I like the little album you came out. It's kind of, you're slighting me right now. But whatever.
They're slighting them in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They feel little because they're connected to you.
Right.
Exactly. You're calling it little because you can attach to it.
Right.
Like, yo, if I can talk to you, it must be little. Because you're little.
Right.
That's why you feel like what I'm doing is little.
And that's why I felt it when you said, nah, I'm over here trying to write for people out there across the pond. But I digress. So let's get back to home team.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting home team, and I'm just like, I wonder if the home team really knows that we got OGs that want to work with them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I feel like there's a disconnect. And my thing is, like, for me, I was really excited to work. Like, I got my guy Money Mike, who just pulled up, young dude, helping him out, trying to mold him. But this past couple weeks, like you had MFA, I had my playground. I'm over here at Boston Bowl. They're like, yeah, do what you want. And the owners left. Yeah. I had a CB saying what I needed. I had shut down areas where they could be making money. Respectfully, obviously.
Right.
I made sure that wasn't happening. I made sure that money was in their pockets still, because I am an adult. You feel me? Like, at the same time, I'm trying to just bring, how rappers be saying, yo, I'm doing it for my city. Like, I actually was like, yo, I'm doing it for the city. But I'm actually doing it for me, but I'm doing it really for the adults of the city that understand, like, we all in this together. We're not a second-tier market, bro.
Yeah, we're really not. And thank God that the times and everything is moving in the way that it does now, because, like, the young folks need the OGs, and then the OGs need the young folks.
100%.
And it's only because, like, the young folks, you're gonna make mistakes. That's living, right? Yeah. It's called experience. Mistakes is just experience, right? Okay, cool. Now you meet somebody that already made those mistakes, right?
Word.
That's the value in that, right? But the young folks understand process. And the older you are, the more outdated your process is.
Correct.
So that's why we need the young folks.
The young folks.
Because they process things in a different way, in a faster way than we do. And that's why we need them.
And we didn't have like the social media aspect, bro. If we had social media, you serious right now?
What we think is common sense is based on a lack of technology.
Correct.
Our common sense comes from a lack of technology. It comes.
That is beautiful. I'm gonna steal that. Remember that. Let's mark that happened at 5:58. I'm gonna create a clip. 5:58. Create clip of what he just said.
Yeah.
Go, man.
Yeah. Our common sense comes from a lack of technology. So then what becomes common to this new generation is, I have Ask Google. You don't have to worry about I don't have to waste the bandwidth in my brain to know the simplicity of this, because Google can answer it for me.
Yes.
I'd rather take my brain coding something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing some kind of whatever that we don't even understand, because those frequencies didn't exist when we were trying to figure out?
Fam, all we had was the encyclopedia. And the time we had shit, I don't know about you. So my parents bought encyclopedia in 1983 to save me money on tuition because I went to a Catholic school. I remember these fucking encyclopedias. I remember in high school, I needed to go to the library. My father goes, "Why don't you use the encyclopedia?" I'm like, man, this shit is outdated, player.
Yo, bro.
Like, what are we talking about?
I hate talking about high school because I'm like, yo, the internet came out when I was in high school. Like, I remember when it came out.
Shout out
and I'm
to
like,
Al Gore.
I don't mean to date myself or anything, but I'm like, yo,
I don't give a fuck. I'm 47.
literally, I was like the internet. I was on there like trying to watch Iverson clips. My whole free block to load one video of Iverson for 60 seconds.
And when you did,
oh my God. Like, just let me print a picture off. Let me print an image off.
Remember
like,
the AOL CDs used to get the new version?
Goodness. They be like, you've been in here since lunch, fam. I missed all kind of class just to experience the internet.
Word.
And now it's in your hand.
And it's
like
quick.
It's not.
It's quick.
And that's the beauty of it. But I mean, I'm telling you, that's what allows us to, that's why we need to stress the importance of bridging that gap between these generations and knowing that there's a value in both.
100%.
You can't have one without the other. You can't really create good art because this generation has been brought up. It's microwave society, right?
Yeah.
Everything is fast.
Yeah.
It's not meant to last. It's meant to hold you over.
And they're getting their money quick.
Bro, they're the survival generation.
Yeah.
It's not the thrival generation.
Right.
It's the survival generation. It's like, yo, okay, this is hot right now. Okay, next song. Like, no. You need an OG to give you something timeless to, you know what I'm saying? It's all a balance with that. Take that and move that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even know what good food tastes like.
Word. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't even know. Yo, sit down and taste this steak.
Yeah.
Stop eating Chipotle steak and thinking in this bowl is because they told you they got carne asada.
Yeah.
No, shout out. I'm not trying to. Yo, Chipotle, if you want to put me on with a bowl and some guac,
we cool with you, but we know what your steak is.
You get what I'm
know
saying?
Yeah.
Like really take the time to appreciate what it takes to really build something. Like I said, it's like that Thanksgiving dinner type feel.
Yeah.
Yo, Thanksgiving starts the night before in order for that food to taste good. And it's the only food that tastes good the next day.
Yes.
Or 2 days max. 2 days max on the leftovers.
Yo, shout out for saying that. Then throw the shit out. Talking about, I'm going to make turkey soup. No. Nobody want that. Nobody want
2
that.
2 day max, man.
That's
2
a
days.
big fact. So let me ask you now. So we're in this generation, 2022. Before we go 2022, we'll go 2021. We got individuals like Millies. We got individuals like Smoke.
Yep.
We got Cousin Stiz. We got a lot of people coming out.
Yep.
Why can't we get R&B?
Yo, no, and this is that's great that you said that, right? Because I know that.
Because I know them.
Listen, R&B is always. I should be careful saying that. It's not always. It always has been second fiddle to hip hop in this community. This city is hip hop, so most venues, most everything's gonna be surrounded by the fact that Boston got a hip hop community, right? But the R&B scene, there is a scene, right? There are some cats that do R&B, like even the cats that's in the category for the BMAs with me, like Miranda Ray is somebody that she's the first person I contacted when I came back into music, and it wasn't strategic and it wasn't for any reason, but even as an OG, if you look and see that the Boston Music Awards 2020 R&B Artist of the Year is Miranda Ray, and I've done music in this community for almost 20 years, I need to see who represents something that I've helped create.
I agree with that.
Whatever, whether I've been removed from the scene for whatever, I need to check in and
see what's going on.
And I'm talking about she's one of the most genuine, most beautiful souls.
Man. I see her movement.
Yo,
but hold on.
Yeah,
I got to pull up on you on that.
Yeah,
though. Boston, Massachusetts. We got an R&B scene.
Yo.
Shouts to Justin Springer.
Yo.
Let's never forget the Hen House.
Yo, man.
Let's not forget church.
Listen.
You feel me? They might be condos or something now.
All those venues, man, like Justin was always a part of everything you know, that on the foundational moments of Amandi is even my very first show with Elevation Theory, when we did my album release for 2300 at West End Johnny's, down by the Garden, and that was the very first Boston Renaissance series of live music where you start to get artists from Boston that are actually doing productions and doing full showcases to be like, yo, there's some dope artists out here. But I'm talking about on a more of like a recognized scale, even now with like Miranda Ray, you have Notebook P, you have Najee Janey, you have,
wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and you have your CD Roses, and you have your, and I don't want to get disrespectful because I don't want to not forget anybody that I'm not naming, but I'm just talking about those people in the category with me.
Let's go to Notebook P.
Notebook P.
Is he R&B or is he kind of like that mix though?
But listen, okay, you could go back to my older music and say the same thing about me.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes
I know.
And no.
But and you can say the same thing about Najee Janey too. Yeah. He has his hip. Okay. Yeah. But think about the times now, right? It's just like the conversation we were just having, right? Genres have been bent so much that like, how could you not say Future or Drake is not R&B when they carry the melodic structure of and tempo of what music is? Not to yes, it does overshadow artists like Ari Lennox and you know, Lucky Day and these who are like traditional, true R&B artists, and they're bringing it back to the essence, which is dope. And artists like her and everything like that. That's dope, but that still has to have its consideration because they brought R&B culture into pop music.
That's a fact.
So it's like, you can't have one without the other. Yes, we can cry and complain. We could be like, yo, it's not at its truest form, its truest essence, but yo, there's a lane and there's room for everything. So, you know what I mean? I got to give the shout outs. It's just like, I know we was talking about new artists too. I want to shout out Mikey Milano.
That's the homie. He's in here. We're working.
Listen, man. Like, Mikey, and I haven't met Mikey, but
he cool. Mikey, young boy. Hold on, I know you got a question. Don't leave yet.
Yo, the dope thing about that is that like, I'm smart enough to know that my reach only goes but so far.
Correct.
From what I've done, I've already laid the foundation. I'm seasoned in what I've done, and you know what I'm saying. But I also have an 18-year-old son.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to what my kids listen to.
You have
and
to.
I know that when my son's boys go, yo, Pops, you got to get a record with Mikey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm with it. I'm with it because I see that he's moving, and I see, like, I want it to be intentional. Whatever influence comes on the record.
Put that on the thing. We working with Mikey Milano.
You know what I'm saying?
We good.
So definitely. So that's a beautiful thing.
Let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Because I got an interview him. When is that interview? Tomorrow. Rosewood Bait.
Oh, yeah.
Is he R&B?
Yo, bro.
Is he a rapper?
Listen.
Is he mix?
Yo.
What are we doing?
Yo, I'm telling you, it's a little bit... okay, if you think about a lineup, right? When I think about R&B, I think about shows, and I think about a lineup, right?
Yeah.
Could you have a show together with some... so could you put... When you think about what R&B is, could you put... you know, myself or another artist like me on the same bill.
Yeah.
And would the crowd be okay with it? And I think that's what, like, how does it translate to the listener? It's not my interpretation of what they are, because I think it's all dope. I think Rose Baby's fire.
I think he's on fire. I think he's next.
Fire.
I think he's next up. So I think he's the one that's actually gonna crack the R&B mold for Boston, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is what's crazy. And the reason I asked you, and I said about Boston having an R&B scene, I feel like we had an R&B scene. And I hate saying free a person, but shout out to my boy Lorenzo.
Yo,
I wish he had his head on right, because he's Tory Lanez.
You know what?
Before Tory Lanez was Tory Lanez.
Wow, bro.
Lorenzo's Tory Lanez.
Wow.
100%.
Shout out Lorenzo.
For whoever knows. Like, I'll never forget.
Wow.
I remember it was like, I remember watching your show, and I was like, because it was competition, but good competition.
Yeah, good competition, yeah.
I was like, I got to do it bigger. So I hit up my man. I was like, yo, we going to do a show at Best Buy. You remember where Best Buy was? And we brought the band. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to Sean. I had Sean on there. Bass came through. We did that show. Then I was like, all right, I got to keep going. Then we opened up for Trey.
Yo, it was great times.
It was amazing times.
Great times.
And I feel that that's available now.
Yo,
but rap is pushing it though. I feel like rap is pushing it though, B.
Yo, it's okay.
And that's okay, yeah.
And it's okay because honestly, if you look at the rap that is pushing it, it's so original and so different. It's real. It's standout music, and I'm okay with that. Like,
me too.
B at the records, like, yo, I love, and me and B is like. Me and B at World Foot Locker in the Cambridge Side Galleria. I got the 50% off, Amandi. Come down and come get a big, come get some sneakers. That's me and B's relationship. It's not, yo, B got a record with Nicki Minaj, and it's like, no. That's like family. Like, I just see you doing dope things, and I don't care what somebody.
Salute that. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope. I just know there's a place and a lane for everything. Not everybody has to be a superstar. Yo, it's literally
Can
not.
you say that again to the camera? Because I feel like sometimes these kids don't know.
Yo, not everybody.
You can still eat.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's like the power of 1,000, right? Like that 1,000 true fan base, right? That you don't. What do you? Are we gonna, as a society, just fall in love with overabundance so much that you think the only way to win is to hit a home run? Like, there's no value in getting on base.
Singles are good.
If you get on base, you get on base, you get on base, and I get on base. We scored.
Yeah.
And we're in position to score again real quick.
Wait a minute.
You ever play that in a video game?
You're saying something that we were talking about. You're talking about team again.
Yo, man.
That's that first word that we talked about, team.
Yeah.
You feel me? And to me, salute the team that you're with Polymore and the rest of the team. But it's not a team for you, it's family.
Yo, it's
which
family.
is amazing to me.
Yo, and you know what I trusted too? I trusted the new family too. I trusted the people like in the universe sent to me that I just knew that, like, I'm literally like, I got Mariana and like that's the crew from Clubhouse that I met after coming into music just from my ad running for leave, and from like, this is when COVID shut down and Joey was on Clubhouse meeting a bunch of people and just kicking it.
Yeah.
And late nights, early mornings was like one of the biggest rooms on Clubhouse. And she was like, who's this ad run? What's this record leave?
Stay trying to push Clubhouse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's this leave record? Let's bring him on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let's bring him on Clubhouse, premiere the record. She's the closest person to me on team right now. I just met her, but something about like when people recognize you and they see you and they understand you and they're like, you know what? Not for my own gain, but for the fact that like we need to spotlight and put on people that can actually lead us. Like, you're a leader in a movement and you're saying something that needs to be heard. I'm not gonna let you be heard for what's in it for me. I'm gonna let you be heard because it needs to be heard. It's the truth. So and then you know, it's almost like the collateral damages, we're all successful anyway. It doesn't matter who the front person is.
You know what? I said this, and my brother got a question. I'm gonna give it to him, but I want to say this statement. If you know how everyone's like, yo, if Jay-Z had helped this person, like Chris and Neef, if I was part of Rockefeller or Diddy's group, I would be okay. Because I would have figured out, you know what? This is limited, but these dudes have a reach that I, at home, would not be able to reach. So take advantage of the team. Not take advantage, but participate. No, identify your role.
You said it right.
Like, come on,
advantage. Man. It's not... We are here. I'll shout out Ye again, right? And I'm not a cult follower or anything, but I rock with Ye because I understand, right? Ye said it. He said something. He goes, "We're here to use each other."
Word.
We all use each other.
Yeah.
That's not a bad word.
As long as you're respectful of the thing.
This is the bad word. We can't misuse each other.
Ah, yes.
We're all here to use each other.
Correct.
That is the definition of community. If your skill is this, and my skill is that, and your skill is that, and we put our skills together collectively, we're supposed to use all our skills so that we don't have to use resources to attain those skills.
Correct.
We create something together, and now we have a well-oiled machine and a system that works and doesn't cost us anything other than what we do functionally anyway. And that's just our area.
There you go. What I used to say to you when I used to coach a team, what's team spelled? TEM? Together, everyone achieves more.
Come on, man.
Come on, it's simple. What's your question before he goes? I know my brother has a question, unless he forgot. What's the question?
I kind of did, but it's about the R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? I'm all about females.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think females nowadays changed up that R&B isn't as popping as it was back in the 90s?
You need to listen to his album. I'm gonna leave it like that. But go ahead, answer.
Yeah, I think okay. So when it comes to the music, right? The music is only a reflection of the desires. I feel like of what people want, right? So if the imagery that's being pushed is like, I need a thug, I want a rough kind of type, or I need a dude that's like, do you really? He ain't listening to that. So if you're playing it, he don't want to hear it. If you're in the car riding with him and you know what I'm saying, he's so independent, he's bossing, you're really not putting that on his car. So that's not even the soundtrack to relationships anymore. R&B's not the soundtrack to the relationship. R&B has been the soundtrack to the heartbreak and to the breakup, to the, not that it's always been that, but you know, since Mary, it's been
There's a majority of that.
You know what I mean? So it's always when a record comes out in R&B for women, it's either I'm sorry I did you wrong, fella type, or it hasn't really been the love making like type that like, you know. So now even with my album, it's swinging the pendulum. It's definitely the man's rebuttal, right? Like, oh, I hear you talking all this shit, but what I got my own shit to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming back. The pendulum is swinging, and I'm saying what I say, but it's only to find that happy medium in that place of like, yo, I really want to talk about how much I love you, how much I need you, and how much this is necessary in order for us to function. But you know, I think more women are susceptible to that now, coming out of what we just came out of, because you either out of COVID, you either realize you really love the person you with, or you really don't fuck with the person you're with, and you were begging and waiting for the world to open back up so you can find a new boo.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? So, you know, so I think R&B is in a good space though, because you know, like I said, there's some powerhouses out there that they're moving, and it's a lot easier to feed. I was just having a conversation with Greg Valentino Ball about how the easier sell now is R&B party nights, right? Think about everything in the city. It's not hip hop anymore.
Nope.
Those Friday nights at the Roxy and everywhere else where it was heavy like hip hop, and like, no, it's like, come get your R&B ladies, whatever, because it feels safer. It feels like it's gonna be a bunch of women.
P. They're doing that. They got a nice little movement going on right now.
Everything, and they got an event. I'm not sure when this is gonna air or whatever, but they got an event coming up, Black Friday.
Yeah,
huge event.
Who's on the bill,
bro? It's the biggest R&B party night. I think it's like 20 R&B DJs. Every R&B night in New England is teamed up. It's at the House of Blues. 1,500 people.
Get
Black
out of
Friday.
here.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Rob? Is Rob doing it?
Rob's on it. Real
Of course,
P.
Rob.
Tofu. Yo, I'm talking about the DJ list is bananas, bro.
I'm sorry. I feel like this is just some old school shit.
Black Friday.
I feel like it's us OGs putting some goodness together.
Black Friday is gonna be a R&B night of, and it's just gonna be a party.
Yeah.
You know, spoiler alert, I'm gonna grab the mic. I'll probably perform it. Like it's gonna be real dope though.
As
like
you should though, bro.
Yo, but that's the type of stuff that I feel like is important to do in order for the scene, R&B scene, to really get the look. We need to be in rooms that's 1,500 people for the culture of R&B to show that people want to come out and
we can shake shit up.
So that's what we're doing.
We do numbers, and and that's what's up. As you can hear the grumbling, here goes this guy. I know you said you was on there expos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy, he's a Brazil. That's all I gotta say. What up next?
Yes,
what up? What's up? He's up next. Y'all just hold on. I'll introduce him later in a bit. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm appreciative, dog. You're gonna still stick around and hear this guy, because I'm coming at this guy, man.
I ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, man. I got questions.
Yo, that's my brother.
Bro, as always.
Yo,
listen,
I appreciate you.
Love
man.
you, dog.
Love
you gonna
too,
keep
man.
working?
Absolutely.
Listen, tell Joe, hit me up.
Yo,
listen, I can PA. You know what I'm saying? Man. I could gaff.
We got so much stuff to do.
Can we get the plug-in for the album, please?
Yo.
Shout out to Root. All right, DJ Root, he keeps me on my P's and Q's. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Nah, definitely. Album's out now, Lies We Tell.
Here's your camera.
The audio.
We tell,
Lies We Tell. Yeah. Lies We Tell. The audio book on Lies is streaming everywhere, all your favorite DSPs. You can go to www.amandimusic.com. You
Pay
can
for that
stream
shit.
it.
Fuck streaming.
You can check it out. Listen,
buy it.
Listen.
Buy it.
No. I don't even listen. Get to know me. I don't even care if you don't buy it.
No.
If you listen to it, no, listen. If you listen to it and it changes who you are, the value of that is more important than the $10 that you can put in my pocket. Yo, we really need the music to make more of an impact that way. My pockets, that $10 ain't gonna change
I'm
nothing.
hip. We already know about that.
Buy it if you want.
Right.
But I'm saying is,
we gotta show the numbers.
Yo,
nobody want to hear, I gotta spend 1,500 spins on a stream to equal the buy. Man, F that. Listen, you know what we need? We need them to buy. They've already bought your character.
Yeah.
They're in it for your character. Yeah. But we got some friends that are cheap. You feel me? I know. We got some friends that are cheap. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen,
definitely,
boys and girls, it is my pleasure again to once again introduce Amandi. That's my guy. That's my homie since, I don't know, too long.
Too long,
we old, but whatever. We making money out here. We enjoying ourselves. Y'all hear the music. Yeah. We got that other nigga in the back.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things going on here in Boston.
Yeah.
And in New England.
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to be the first to tell all these podcasts, let's all just hook up. There's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.
Put the race to the side, man. Let's have some fun.
That's
my name is Cliff.
I appreciate it.
And this is my note. And we out.
Yes, sir.
We ain't PG. We adults up in this bitch. Let's go.